Hey everybody, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I wanted to share with you guys a process video today. I'm going to try and do a 12 by 12 layout of my biscuit and bandito. These are just pictures that I took outside in the backyard. It's autumn here now and the leaves are all down and it's just beautiful. And this is my entry into Jenny Box's 500 subscriber giveaway. So I'm going to start with a craft base. Sorry for the I think that will help. I'm going to try and do a black frame around the edges. So first I'm going to cut a little bit off the edge. So I'm taking basically about an inch off of each side. So that will give me ½ inch of a black border. And because I don't want to waste all of this good black cardstock, I'm going to cut away, just using a little X-Acto knife, the middle so that I can reuse that paper. I would just recommend, or a little hint, keep your blade as sharp as possible, replace it regularly, and your cutting with an X-Acto knife will be much easier. Here I'm just layering in the craft paper. Oh, and this paper, this pattern paper with the autumn leaves, I've had in my stash for good 15 years or more. I end up picking that to go with these pictures, and I think it comes out really well. These other pattern papers were gifted to me by Crystal, who's 311 Vandal here on YouTube, and that burlap is from Candace Scarborough. And I just really like the texture that that adds. I'm just adding it, layering things. That pink adhesive there is actually mini glue dots, which works great for textured, heavily textured pieces like that. And you're just seeing me fiddle here with positioning of different pieces. Oh, I decided to add that striped black and cream paper, but it's not long enough to go the full length, so I cut it and position it, I line it up so that it looks like it's one long piece behind that middle section. You see me lining it up with a ruler there. And it does, I think, look like one long strip that way. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to position these paper and crochet doily flowers. The paper flowers were gifted to me by Beth of Beth's Scrapbook Room, and the crochet doilies are from Jane, Alter Junkie, and Shirley Revels. I decide I want a little more yellow golden color, so I layer Biscuit's picture onto that polka dot paper. It's part of the same patterned paper collection. I think it's American Crafts from last year's Halloween time. I really wanted to use those craft paper doilies that were gifted to me by Daphne, DDS Paperworks, but I end up not using it because the layout starts to look really too busy to my eye. Here I'm just fiddling with different layers, different crochet pieces versus paper pieces. And I ultimately do like how it comes out. I decide I'm going to add a little more of that golden paper in that vertical section as well. And then I add that black and white striped paper again toward the left, so that the black carries throughout the whole layout. I'm using Fabri-Tac glue to glue on the crocheted flower doilies. That works really well for crochet pieces, fabric pieces. It dries pretty quickly, but you still have a little bit of wiggle room if you haven't positioned everything exactly right. But you'll see there, I'm really having a hard time. It's globbing out. Anyway, I do decide that this is where I want everything positioned, and that flower that I'm gluing the back of now has a lot of black in one of the pattern paper pieces, and I think that's a nice way to carry through again that black. I decide I'm also going to add these really cute pine cones, little mini pine cones that were gifted to me by Laura, who's Laura Loves Lace here on YouTube. And I glue all of those down with hot glue, which I don't think I show. I also add thickers, which I think I missed in terms of taping, but you'll see it in the next little bit. Yeah, there you go. Here I cover up the pictures while I decide to do some black splattering. That's just acrylic paint mixed with a little water to thin it down. And I didn't want it all over the pictures, but I did end up removing the protective pieces because I wanted to have some of the splatters a little bit closer to the pictures, but I'm more careful at that point. And that's the finished layout. Thanks for watching.